Now we move on to hear more about Madagascar. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce to you His Excellency Olivier Herindrainy Rakotomalala. I hope I pronounced that right. He is the Minister of Mines and Strategic Resources for the Republic of Madagascar.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here this afternoon. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizer of the conference for inviting us, and also the Australian government for hosting this very important conference today. So today I'm going to talk about the how to use this.
Just reorganizing it for you.
Okay. I'm going to talk about the overview of the mining sector in Madagascar. So perhaps I continue to talk. So, you know, Madagascar has a very specific geological context, because we have at the same time the crystalline basement and also the sedimentary basins, which is favorable of the formation of very diversified mineral substances. And can I use it? No? Not yet? So we have several mineral substances, as I told you, from base metal to iron ore, gold, gemstones, and so on. But you might be aware that from more than 20 years now, the mining sector was a little bit frozen in Madagascar, because we had to deal with some very embarrassing situation, to deal with strikes, with the social strikes, and also some environmental problems. And we had lots of license, but there was no production. So the government at this time decided to reorganize the framework of the mining sector in Madagascar. But it took more time than what was expected at the beginning, so that's why we were absent for several years now. You didn't see us for more than 10 years. So today we are here. Why? Because we have already arranged. We have already arranged some situations. We carried out several consultations, negotiations since 2022, and we managed to solve lots of problems. And last year we adopted a new mining code, and just 2 days ago we just adopted the implementing decree to allow us really to go forward with a new framework of the mining sector in Madagascar. At the same time, we set up some targets for the next 5 years. Like we have to have more than 20 large and middle-scale mining for the next 5 years, and for the next 2 years, we have to have at least 4 large or middle-scale mining. And most of these projects are all Australian projects. The objective, it was already told before me, that the objective is really to have mutual benefit projects to avoid any social and environmental issues. And for that, we have set up new rules, like Perhaps you don't touch because I touch here and you touch over there, so I cannot follow the. So we have brought some reform as well for technical reform, because we realized that the mining perimeters that we granted to the companies before is too big, and they couldn't really develop like before. For the exploration license, we gave the rate for one company was 10,000 square kilometers, and lots of them couldn't explore these areas. So we decreased in half the rates for the license, because our goal is really not to just have a license, but really to develop the mining projects and transform the mining potential to wealth for the social and economic growth. So we introduced, to avoid the social strikes, we introduced right now the CSR plan is compulsory for each project. We introduced also a new funds called social funds for social and community funds that would be used for social development, social investment. And we increased the royalties from 2% before to 5% right now. It was really to the consensus that we found after the discussion with all the stakeholders of the mining sector in Madagascar. After the adoption of the new framework to clean up the pending request in the mining cadastre, we decided to set up a roadmap for how to reopen the mining sector in Madagascar. So we will start with cleaning we have lots of requests to relinquish some squares, or there are some companies that we didn't see anymore. So we will clean it. Then we will book some areas for competitive bid, because before we have only way to get a license in Madagascar, first come, first serve. And the result of that is that we got lots of negative speculation. There are some individuals or companies that just took some license, but they don't have the necessary fund to develop the area. So we adopt a new rules to allow the serious companies to have directly license through a bid. So we'll book some areas for that after cleaning the actual situation. Then we will treat all the pending requests before opening for the new request for mining license. Then when I go back to, then we introduced a new system for to manage the mining license in Madagascar. It is like land folio in most of African countries now. We will introduce the request on online request. So we need to set up this new system for. It needs almost 4 to 5 months to really operate this new system. So we think that from now until the end of the year, all the system would be okay for a new request. To let you know the actual situation in Madagascar, you know that we have some ongoing projects, like the nickel cobalt project in Ambatuvi, or Rio Tinto for heavy minerals sands. We have also some middle scale minings, and lots of artisanal mining right now in Madagascar. But in the near future, we want really to develop and speed up the process for the granting of the mining license for the new project like the Baz Tulliard in it's an Australian companies for heavy mineral sands and rare earth, which is among the deficiency of the Australia. Like he was explaining before that there are some lack in the rare earth and heavy rare earth and graphite for Australia. But all these new projects, developing project for now is all for these commodities, rare earth, graphite for avion, next source, and black earth, all graphite, because I'd like you to know that we are among the first company in terms of deposit in graphite in Africa, with an estimated reserve of 26 million ton before Mozambique, which is 25 million, I think. But for now, we are second producer of graphite in Africa. So we have targeted, as I told you, 4 new large and middle-scale mines for the next 2 years. So we think that within the next 2 years, this new project will be in place. I'd like to explain you that these are the immediate projects in the near future, but we have lots of potential that we are still trying to develop and call for new investors. As you can see in this map, all the minerals that the actual world is looking for right now, most of them are present in Madagascar. So if we are here today, it's to tell you that Madagascar is back and try to really speed up all the process. And we are inviting you to come to explore what is possible in Madagascar. And next Friday, we still have Madagascar Showcase in Novotel at noon, I think. And we invite you to attend this Madagascar Showcase, where we can talk more in details all this potential for mining project in Madagascar. This is what I can share you today. If you have questions, I'm here for a question that you will ask if there are any. If not, thank you for your attention. Thank you.